Yeah, good evening everyone. So let's start next chapter, operators in Java. Okay, or we can call it as Java operators. In last class we have completed data types, literals, types of literals, Java 7 new features, type conversions, typecasting, and different test cases we discussed. Okay, and also we discussed char data type important points. With that knowledge, now we are moving to the next topic, Java operators or operators in Java, whatever. So I hope you remember we have discussed language fundamentals. Okay, in language fundamentals, we have learned when you plan to develop any program, you have to perform four activities. Number one, storing data. Number two, performing validations, calculations. Number three, control the flow of execution. And number four, throwing exceptions if the given value is wrong to terminate the program execution. This is what we discussed in language fundamentals. From the language fundamentals, we moved to the data type chapter to perform the first activity, that is storing data in variables. Okay, to store values, we need memory. To memory to create, I need data type. So we discussed data type, we discussed variables. Sometimes we need to conversion, we learn that. Okay, in an operation, we have totally four activities. First activity is storing data. That activity we completed. Now we are moving to the next activity, that is performing validations and calculations. After storing values inside variables, we need to verify that values are right or wrong. If the values are right, we will perform calculations. If values are wrong, we will throw exception. So in this chapter, we are trying to understand how to perform validations and calculations. To perform validations and calculations, we should learn operators. So what are the different operators? Okay, what are the different types of operators we have? Totally how many operators Java supporting? Sample programs of on each operator. This is the story we are going to learn. So just I have listed out, okay, some important points here. Let us try to see. Every chapter we are starting with need of this chapter. Then next we are start learning what is and why, and then how. Okay, types of operators, and then how many operators. Then okay, any new features are there in this chapter? In this operators we have Java 8 new features. And next, operator precedence and associativity table, and sample program on each operator, interview and OCA OCP questions we are learning. These are the 10 sections we are learning. Let's see now. First, let's try to understand what is the need of this chapter. Yeah, all the people try to visualize whatever I am trying to explain. You try to visualize. If you visualize, then it will be easy for you to get into your mind. Your feelings are very important. If you feel the subject, then you can easily understand, easily topic will come to your mind. If you are not feeling the subject, just you are time passing, right? Moving around, okay, moving around and then looking that side, this side, and you are only meant for writing the note something, subject will not come to your mind. Okay, writing notes is not at all important. Okay, storing the points in your mind very important. So what you need to do today, along with me, you also reply. Okay, every time once I finish the statement, you try to repeat after me. Okay, if you don't repeat after me, points will not come to your mind. Operators chapter easy but huge. Okay, so many points are there to remember. So just by writing notes or by hearting points, you cannot remember. Only you have to repeat after me every time. Okay, let's start. What the need of this chapter? Simple point first let me give. In previous chapter we have learned different data types available in Java for creating variable and objects. Just now I have concluded what the use of variables and objects for storing single value and multiple values. Fine, now we have values. Then it is our as per our project requirement, we have to verify those values are valid or not. Okay, after storing values, we must perform different validations and calculations for knowing whether given value is correct or wrong, and also for generating result. If correct, generating results. So validations are meant for knowing the given value correct or wrong, and calculations are meant for generating result. Okay, fine. So in this chapter we will learn performing validations and calculations with the different operators available in Java. Okay, okay, now let me take one example. Okay, let's say a small example I am taking, addition example. No, I don't like to take a big examples. If you take big examples, You will be deviated from the subject. Concept will not come into your mind. Once a concept came into your mind, I can go for big examples. My behavior is always I want to take examples which you know, and from there I will take you to the unknown points. So I'm taking addition. Addition is easy for you to understand. Class addition with a add method with two parameters I'm taking int A, int B. So what the purpose of parameters? For receiving the values and store to execute this method logic. Okay, assume that I have passed some values and the values are available in A and B. Now I'm going to perform something like this. Int is C equal to A plus B and system.out.println C. Can you all people tell me int C equal to A plus B? This statement performing calculations, all validations. Is the statement int C equal to A plus B performing calculation or validation? It is not performing validation. It is performing calculation. What the meaning of calculation? Just generating some result. A plus B, after adding two numbers, some result is generated, right? So A plus B is a calculation operation. After calculation, after result generated, what should we do? We must store, okay? Here two operators are executing. Did you notice? Here two operators are executing, plus operator and assignment operator. Two operators are executing. Okay, fine. Then I don't want to execute this logic always. I want to execute this logic only for positive numbers. If you pass negative numbers, I don't want to execute. That means I want to control the execution of the statement. How can I control? By using control flow statement. If I must give the information to if this is a valid value or wrong value. For that, in if parenthesis, we must write one small expression. Okay, some important terminology I'm trying to use here. We must place one expression, condition. We must place one condition expression. What is that? Now, if the value is greater than 0, if A value greater than 0 and B value greater than 0, then only logic execute. Otherwise, don't execute. Okay. Then tell me here, what I am using? This is called A greater than 0 and then B greater than 0. This expression is called condition. Int C equal to A plus B. That expression is called what? Calculation. So tell me what the use of this chapter? What you are learning in this chapter? In this chapter, you are learning performing validations and calculations. What the meaning of validation? Checking the given value is valid or not. If the given value is valid, then perform calculations. Calculations means what? Generate the result. Okay. Up to now, understand what the need of this chapter? Got clarity? So comfortable up to now? Comfortable? Okay. So tell me now. Here in validation, how many operators I have used? Two operators, greater than symbol and symbol. Okay. I have used two operators in the validation. Okay. Then tell me what happened here. What happened here in this validation? First, which part is executed? A greater than 0 executed. If A greater than 0 is true, then and operator allows to execute second expression or second condition, B greater than 0. If B greater than 0 also generated true, then and operator final result generated and give to if. That result may be true or may be false. If the value given is true, then control will go to if condition. Control if condition allows the control go to if block, logic executed, result is generated. If the given value, if the and operator generated value is false, then control will go to if condition. It is going after if condition. The rest of the statements placed after if block in the method, those statements are executed. This is the flow of execution. So if you recollect, if you want to perform one operation, totally 4 activities I have to do. Activity number 1, store values. Int A, comma, int B, stored values. Activity number 2, perform validations. Okay, A greater than 0 and then B greater than 0, that is validation. If validation values are correct, perform calculation. If validations are wrong, throw exception. Okay, currently I'm not throwing exception. We'll see them later. Okay, this is the basic idea. Okay, I have questions now. In this entire program, I have performed validations and calculations. You understood clearly. Then answer my question. I want you answer one question here. Observe. By using operators, what are the different operations we can perform by using operators? Can you please conclude? By using operators, what are the different operations we can perform? By using operators, we can perform 3 operations. What are the 3 operations? Number 1, will perform three operations. What are the three operations? Look at this program. If you look at this program, you are going to get all the points very clearly. What are the three operations we perform? Number one, assignment operation. Come on, come on, come on. Focus, focus. Look into the add method. Inside add method, you have all the operation. By using operator or by using operators, you can perform totally three operations we can perform three operations or three activities, whatever. Okay, we can perform three operations. What that? Assignment operation. Number two. Come on, try. Look at there, look at there, look at there. A greater than 0 and then B greater than 0. What we call it as? Validation. Number two, validation. Next, number three. A plus B. What the A plus B? Calculations. Okay. Assignment, validations, calculation. By using operator, we will perform three operations: assignment operation, validations operation, calculation operation. Okay, no? More 5 minutes. This operator chapter theory is going to complete. So please try to focus. In this one slide, I'm going to give you complete details about operators chapter. So please focus. Now tell me now. Can you please identify where is assignment operation in this program? Now you are passing the arguments to A and B. You are passing arguments to A and B from the main method. Let's say you are passing value 10 and 20. The 10 and 20 storing in A and B, that is a assignment. First you are do always assignment. Then now this is always called what? Assignment. The next, come on, A greater than 0. Okay, B greater than 0 and what this operation? This is validations. Okay, this operation is called what? Validation. The next, if you take A plus B, now what is that A plus B? A plus B is a calculation. It's generating the results, so that's why it is called calculations. Everybody understand? So tell me, what are the different operations we can perform by using an operator? Totally we can perform. What is the total? How many operations we can perform? Three operations. What are the three operations? Assignment operation, validation operation, calculation operation. Can you tell me C equal to A plus B? This is also assignment operation. Nah? Okay, this is also assignment operation. Okay, fine. So generally assignment operation will come at two levels. Number one, storing the value. Number two, in the calculation, also we will do assignment. At beginning assignment will be there. At end also again assignment will be there. Okay, fine. Tell me, sir, I have a question. If you go back to the data type chapter at end, we develop class college. Remember? Class college. To store the real object values, class college. In the main method, we have written something like this. Example E1 equal to new example we have written. Remember? Example E1 equal to new example we have written. Tell me. What is this new here? What is this new? Come on. What is new? New. Only new. Focus only on new. What is new? New example is object. New creates object. I'm not talking about what new example is doing. New example creates object. Accepted. But what is new? What is new? Array, new is a keyword, okay. But what is it? What its duty? What is doing? It is a keyword, okay, accepted. But what is it? It is also an operator. New is also an operator. Okay? New is also an operator. What operator it is? Plus is a addition operator. Greater than is a relational operator. And is a logical operator. Single equality is a assignment operator. Like that, what is new? New is a object creation operator. What is new? New is a object creation operator. All right, catching my point. Now, the new keyword performing operation is also kind of what? Calculation operation. It is also kind of calculation. Background, it is doing some calculation, creating object, returning the reference, and storing the reference in E1 variable, right? So new is also an operator. It is object creation operator. It is also meant for performing calculations, not meant for performing assignment, not meant for performing validation. You take any operator, all operators comes under any one of these three operations only: assignment operation performing operators, validation operation performing operators, and calculations operation performing operators. Three types of operators. Can I hope all you people got some clear picture on this topic? Need of this chapter, what you are planning to learn this chapter? Tell me, already we have learned assignment operation. Already we have discussed assignment operator, type conversion, type casting is nothing but assignment operation only. One more time I will explain you, don't worry. And next we should discuss about validation operators, and then we should discuss about calculation operators. Okay, finally conclude what you are learning in this chapter. Main focus in this chapter is what? In this chapter, we will learn performing validations and calculations with the different operators available in Java. Okay. Now, with this addition simple logic, I want to take one more example. Are you ready? I want to take one more example. Try to reply. Please try to reply. Give your answers in the comment section. It's very, very important. You have to interact. So don't sit silently. If you interact with me, if you reply along with me, you will get a lot of awareness on the subject. If you silently sitting and watching, nothing will come. It has become a movie. After 2 hours, you will forget everything. Okay. It will become simple movie. Okay. Don't make it as a movie. Come on. What the question I'm asking? Carefully think. Your mother has prepared a big list to buy different things required for your home. Your home needs like sugar, oil, salt, soaps. Okay, different things you want. Dal. Okay, then all the things written on a paper. Then what are you doing? Taking that paper and you are going to one supermarket. Then in the supermarket, you are taking one basket, trolley, or you can say trolley. You are taking one trolley. Are you visualizing? Are you visualizing or looking at the screen? Visualize. You are going. Your mother has written all the required things on a paper. Okay. And then you are taking that paper, go to one supermarket. Then you are taken one trolley. Now with the trolley, with this paper, you started moving across all the things available in the shop. Now what are you doing now? You are looking into paper. Okay. Now the tea. Okay, tea packet want. So then you are searching where is the tea packet counter. Then you are, if you don't know, you are calling one helper there asking, Babu, where is a tea packet counter? Then you go to tea packet counter, looking at, your mother has written 250 grams. Okay, 250 grams packet, where is it? You are finding, taking it and placing in the trolley. If 250 grams tea packet not found, then you are calling the helper and taking help from that particular boy or girl, asking where is 250 grams tea packet. Then the particular helper helping you and giving you. Tell me, in this entire process, do we have data type chapter, operators chapter, control flow statement chapter, and exception handling chapter? Think. First, what your mother did? First, what your mother did? Your mother written all required things on a paper. That is which operation? Is it assignment or validation or calculation? Mother did assignment. Assignment means what? Storing. Paper is a variable, right? Paper is a variable. And all the list of information is values. Your mother hand is assignment operator. Okay? Your mother hand is assignment operator. Pen and your mother hand is what? Assignment operator. Right, assignment is completed. Now the paper has given to you. Now your eyes, okay, most danger. Your eyes is now control flow statements. Okay, if condition, your eyes if condition. Take that paper and now you are scanning, okay, correctly written or not, everything. Now using your eyes, your brain, you are doing the different validations, calculations. Take that paper and then take the money and go to supermarket. Now you are going on the road and looking at the road. Where is the supermarket? Your eyes told, a supermarket came. Then validations passed. Then doing calculation. You are going inside supermarket. And then you are taking the paper. Now finding for tea packet, that is what? Searching if condition. Where is tea packet? Where is tea packet? A greater than 0, A, B greater than 0, equal to, double equal to. In your mind, what is there? T. Now you are searching the packet who is having the heading call what? Title call what? T, right? So now you are going for T, Tata tea packet. You are searching, let's say. Then now you found, yes, your eyes found Tata tea packet. True. Okay. If your word equal to Tata tea packet, then your mind is giving true. Then immediately, if condition, your hand is going and taking and placing in the basket. You while taking, again you are verifying 250 grams, 250 grams or 500 grams, or how much is there, you are going to check. Okay, 1000 grams you are checking. If you found 250 grams, you are placing. If not found, then you are throwing exception. Okay, you are going to else block and throwing exception, searching for helper, then helper coming and helping you. So tell me, wherever you go, what operations will be there? Assignment, validations, calculations in your real life. Finally, you bought all the things there in the list and placed in your trolley, and now pushing the trolley to the payment counter. Now the cashier is taking one item from the basket and adding to the system, scanning that packets, and this information is adding how many packets. Okay, the product quantity and total amount. The scan machine, what is doing? Assignment. Okay, the scan is doing what operation? Assignment. After that assignment, storing inside the system. Now inside system, it started doing this product, how many quantity into how much price total. Right? Two quantity, 100 rupees each. Total amount is what? 200 rupees. Okay, so complete information is coming. At last, now tell me, total you are getting. That is called what? Calculation. Then now totally, let's say 5,000 rupees happen. Now you are giving 5,000 rupees to the cashier. Cashier taking 5,000 rupees notes, and the cashier is started checking, is that money original notes are fake notes are checking na. That is called what? Validation. So if all notes are original notes, then placing inside cash box, that is called calculation. And subtracting, let's say 1,000 rupees happen, but I given a 2,000 rupees note, let's say. Now the 1,000 rupees is deducting from there and giving you back. That's called calculation. Wherever you go, without these chapter operators, you cannot run your life. So why this much examples I am taking? I want to make this operators chapter not as a subject. I want to make this operators chapter as part of your life. Wherever you go, I want you see this operators chapter: assignment, validations, calculation. And tell me, after class completed, you are in home na, your mother preparing some snacks for you, right? And tell me, mother preparing snacks and placing in a plate, that is what? Assignment. Then you are taking the plate into your hand, one more copy operation, assignment. Then taking that and putting in your mouth, immediately tongue performing what operation? Tongue. Your tongue performing what operation? Your tongue is performing validation, taste checking na. It is a validation operation, right? It's performing validation operation. Then next, your teeth performing what operation? Validation and calculation both. What the validation? Any stones are coming. Okay, any stones are coming. Okay, now if no stones are there, making into water. That is called what? Calculation. So tell me, wherever you go, assignment, validation, calculation should come. So you have to start identify this assignment, validation, calculation everywhere in your life. Can I hope you will continue? Can I hope you will practice like this? Java concepts you have to practice in two ways. Number one, with real life, and of course with the programming life also. First, you have to connect it to the real life, then programming life automatically will come. So now I'm giving you 1 minute time. Can you please try to think your own example on, I want you see assignment, validation, calculation. Please write in comment section. Please write in comment section. I'm waiting for your answers. Right. I hope you got so many examples, right? So many people given so many things. Wonderful. Right. Let's move to the next topic. Up to now, already comfortable? So what we have completed, what is the need of this chapter? I given full clarity. So in this chapter, we are learning performing validations and calculations with the given values. For performing validations and calculations, we have several operators are there. Okay. Then before going to list out all the different operators, first I want you to tell me, if interviewer ask a question, a simple question, tell me what is an operator? Why an operator? What is an operand? Why an operand? what is an expression, why an expression. Okay. So now let's move to understand what is an operator, what is an operand, what is an expression. Okay, first let us concentrate on operator. Are Baba, already I have answered, you already answered. Okay, look at there. Now, greater than is an operator. And is an operator. Single equal to assignment is an operator. Plus is an operator. New is an operator. Carefully look at there these statements. You will realize very important point. Greater than, double and, equal to, plus, all are what? Symbols, right? Symbols that have some operations background. Symbol is associated background with some logic. Okay, I told you keywords. Keyword also having background some logic. Static keyword has some logic. Void has some logic. Int has some logic. Class has some logic. Similarly, every symbol has some logic background in the compiler and JVM software. So greater than is a symbol attached with some logic. Undend is a logic attached to some, sorry, is a symbol attached background some logic. Plus is a symbol attached some logic background. Okay, look at there. New. New is not a symbol, it is a word. Still it is acting as an operator. So what is an operator? A symbol or a word that is meant for performing assignment operation, validation and calculation operations is called what? An operator. Do you understand the definition? What is an operator? A symbol or a word that is meant for performing assignment operation, validation and calculation operations is called an operator. Simple definition. Accepted? Visualization is very important. For example, I'm taking int a equal to 10. Bolo, here what operation is there? Assignment. Okay, here single equal to is an assignment operator. Don't pronounce it as, don't say it as equal to. You know, generally we have some wrong thought. Okay, int a equals to 10. Generally people call it as int a equals to 10. Please don't call it as equals to, because you are going to get confusion. We have equality operator, double equals to. So with a single equal to, double equal to, you have confusion. That's why I want you stop pronouncing it as a equals to, pronounce it as assignment. Okay, int a assignment 10, or you can say 10 assigned to a variable. Pronounce it as assignment operator. So what operator I have used there? Assignment. So that in the exam you don't have confusion and you don't commit mistakes between double equal to operator and assignment operator. Okay, fine. I'm taking one more example. If a greater than 0, greater than is a validation operator. Okay, the next SOPL and a plus 20. Tell me, in this a plus 20, plus is what? Plus is what? A calculation operator. Simple. So what is an operator? A symbol or a word that is meant for performing assignment operation, validation and calculation operations is called an operator. Simple point. Can you remember this definition? Simple definition. And every operator is background associated with some logic. Every operator is associated with some logic background. Whenever you use the operator, it's a mapping logic will be executed by compiler and JVM. Wonderful. Then tell me, now we understood operator. Now I want to understand operand. Okay, what is an operand? Why operand? Okay, tell me here, if you observe that those expression int a equal to 10, look at there, 10, a, 0, a plus 20, what all these are? These are all values, right? 10 is a value, a is a value, what? 10, 0 is a value, a is a 10 value. So what happening here? Why we have used those values there? We are giving these values as an input to the operator to execute. We are giving 10 as an input to assignment operator. We have given a and 0 as assignment as an input to the validation operator, and a value 10 and 20 we given as a inputs to the plus operator. Already catching my point? So tell me, what is an operand? Very simple here. Operand is nothing but a value. A value that we are passing as an input to an operator is called what? Operand. Simple definition. A value that is passed as an input to an operator for performing an assignment, validation, calculation operations is called an operand. Simple, na? Very, very small topic, right? Bujji topic, right? Already comfortable, na? So if anybody asks, tell me what is operator, what is operand, will you confuse or will you visualize? Will you visualize these slides, or these slides will come to your mind? Okay, very simple here. Operator is a symbol or a word that meant for performing assignment, validation, calculation operations is called operator here. Okay, okay, then tell me what is operand. It's very simple here. So if you want to execute operator, I need some value. The value we are passing as input to operator is called operand. Wonderful. What is an expression? Bolo, what is an expression? I have already used the terminology. All these terminology already have used. Just I am making a notes. That's it. And tell me, int a equal to 10, it is an expression. Okay, int a equal to 10, it is an expression. A greater than 0, it is an expression. A plus 20, it is an expression. These are all expressions. Tell me, what is a equal to 10? A is an operand. 10 is an operand. Assignment operator. A combination of operator and operands. Operators and operands is called an expression. Simple topic. So tell me, did you learn all these points in your academics already? Is it a revision? Or you are learning new points? All these points you learn in your academics? Or these points are new points? Have you learned? Definitely you come across all these words. But this much elaborated discussion happened in your academics or not, I don't know. I'm just trying to introduce this chapter in my own way, in my HK style, that's it. Just in a HK style I'm introducing. Okay, if you learn all these points, it's wonderful. Because in my class, most of the people are non-IT background students who don't know anything about any programming language. So they should also know all these points. Okay, in your academics already, if you know, that's wonderful. It is a revision. So please try to participate and you can give me any new points. If your lecturers are explain some new points other than what I am discussing, you can give me those points in the comment section. I'm ready to accept and I'll share them to other people. Okay. What is an operator? Understood. What is an operand? Understood. What is an expression? You understood. Okay, now we have completed need of this chapter. In this chapter, we are learning performing validations and calculations with the given inputs. What is an operator? Operator is a symbol or a word. What is an operand? Operand is nothing but value. What is an expression? Combination of operator and operand. What is why an operator? Operator meant for performing validation, calculations, assignment. What the use of operand? To give the input to the operator to execute. Why an expression? Expression meant for performing validations and calculations as part of one operation. Which operation? Addition operation, subtraction operation, division operation, multiplication operation, deposit operation, withdraw operation, finding total marks of the student, finding rank percentage of the student. Okay, finding the total salary of employee, what is the HRA he has to pay, what is the tax he has to pay. All these calculations are comes under what? Expression. So I hope you got full picture on what is an operator, why operator, what is an operand, why operand, what is an expression, why expression. Okay, these 3 points you might have come across already in academics, but this is the very, very important point. What are the different things we can use an operand? Very, very important. What are the different things we can use an operand? Come on, sir. Operand means what? Some value. Plus operator, left side, right side. What are the different things we can use? Operator is expecting some value. Okay. Whichever the thing contains the value, generate the value, that thing we can use as a operand. Na? What is operand? Operand is a value which is an input to the operator to execute. So what are the different places we can have value? A literal is a value. Next. Where we can have the value? We can have value inside a variable, right? Variable. Inga, what else? You remember, we can return value from a method. I can call one method to get value. Come on. I can call a method to get value. Then the method which is returning the value is called non-void method. You can also use a non-void method call as a operand. Wonderful. The next, can I use an expression as an operand? I'm preparing a big expression. Plus operator I am using 10 times. Can I use an expression as an operand to another operator? Yes, an expression also. So what are the different things we can use an operand? We can use 4 things as an operand: literal, variable, non-void method call, and an expression. It's very, very important from interview, especially OCA exam point of view. Okay, Oracle Certified Associate Certification exam point of view, this slide is very important, and I'm going to deal this slide in every operator. Totally 40 operators are there. In all 40 operators, I'm going to use this slide. So that's why please try to remember it. So as an operand, we can use a literal, we can use variable, we can use a non-void method call, and we can use as what? Expression. Because Java is an object-oriented programming language, we can also use object also. Okay, as an operand we can use object. Okay, under that variable object also going. Okay, object referenced variable object. Variable means two types of variables: primitive variable and referenced variable. Primitive variable contain primitive value. Referenced variable contains what? Object reference. Some operators accept object also as an argument. Okay, finally. So these are the basic idea. What are the different things we can use as an operator? Got clarity. Give me some examples of literal. A 10 plus 20 literals. Variable A plus B. Non-void method call M1 plus M2. M1 returning one value, M2 returning another value. Both values are added and store the result. An expression, a big expression. Observe here. 10 plus C is an expression. 10 plus is an expression which is passing as an operand to star, nothing but multiplication operator. And next, division operator operand is what? 20 minus 30. 20 minus 30 is an expression acting as an operand to division operator. Can I hope all you people understand this slide? Okay. I'm giving the list of concepts we discussed. We completed need of this chapter. What is an operator, operand, expression, why operator, why operand, and why expression. Then what are the different things we can use as an operand, right? Completed. Up to this is the background. These 4 points are the background. Now we are entering into Java operators. Up to these 4 points common to all languages. Now we are entering into Java side. Okay. Types of operators based on functionality and based on operands. Already we have completed. Okay, already we completed this topic. Types of operators. Tell me, how many types of operators? Types of operators means the operators based on functionality. We have some type of operators. Based on operands also we have operators. First let us see based on functionality. Based on the functionality of an operator, we have 3 types of operators. Can you tell me now? Come on. Array. Assignment operators, validation operators, calculation operators. Yeah, assignment operators, validation operators, and calculation operators. Assignment operators are only one. Okay, and next validation operators are how many? Less than, greater than, less than or equals to, greater than or equals to, double equal to, not equal to, double and double are, etc. More are there. Next, calculation operators: plus, minus, into, division, modulo, single and singular, etc. More there. Okay, na? So these are the operators based on functionality. Tell me, what are the operators we have based on operands? We have 3 types of operators are there based on operands. Some operators will take only one operand, sir. Some operators will take 2 operands. Some operators will take 3 operands. So they are called as unary operators, binary operators, and ternary operators. Okay, based on the functionality, we have validation, calculation, assignment. Storing operator, nothing but assignment. Based on the operands, we have 3 types of operators: unary operator, binary operator, ternary operators. Okay, tell me some of the operators, unary operators. Come on. Tell me some of the operators comes under unary. A operator that takes only one operand. Let's say I'm taking a variable int a equal to 10. Okay, then now I'm writing a plus plus. Plus plus is an operator that taking only one operand. So this is a unary operator. Or plus plus a, it is a unary operator. Okay, next sign operator: plus plus a minus a. Okay, plus a minus a. So these are also what? Unary operators. Are you catching my point? Next, there is something called tilde. Tilde we can use. Okay, it is also unary operator. We have not. Okay, not a. Okay, don't worry about the data type. Okay, assume that there is a variable called a. Assume that we have a variable called a, because people who know already operators chapter, they may confuse. That's why I'm hiding them. Okay, right? Then next, not operator. We also have one more operator called new. New is taking one operand called constructor call. Constructor call, it is taking one operator. So now tell me, how many total number of operators are there as a unary? One plus plus. Just I am taking plus plus. And then minus minus. Minus minus. Okay. A minus minus. Minus minus A. Increment operator, decrement operator, plus minus, and next tilde. It is called bitwise complement operator. Okay. Tilde we call generally tilde, but it's called bitwise complement operator. We call it as explanatory, but we call it as not. Okay. Right. So totally how many are there? New operator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next tell me. Now binary operators. Tell me, binary operators. How many binary operators are there? Okay, several binary operators are there. Okay, now tell me now. Under binary operators we have, observe, A plus B addition. Let me write separately. A minus B, and next A into B, right? Then next we have A by B, right? A by B, and A less than B, and A greater than B, like this. We have several binary operators. Next, tell me some of the ternary operators. Are bhai, how many ternary operators are there? We have only one ternary operator with two symbols. One ternary operator with two symbols, question mark and colon. How to write now? It is a expression 1, question mark, expression 2, colon, expression 3. Okay. If expression 1 is, ternary operator is also called as conditional operator. Okay, it is called ternary operator, also call it as conditional operator. Why it is called conditional operator? Because it is working on condition. Okay, it is working on condition. So the first expression is Boolean value, Boolean expression. If this expression value true, expression, this one is executed. Okay, question mark after expression executed. So if expression 1 is false, after colon available, executed. Are you catching my point? Now if it is a true, it is executed. If it is a false, expression 3 executed. Can I say ternary operator is the alternative way of writing if else? Alternative of if else, right? So just I given the some sample things here, some of the unary operators, and these are the binary operators, and this is only one ternary operator. Okay, look at this table. Totally how many operators are there? Count. Count. I will write all these operators once again. I will write all operators. First you count. Totally how many are there? Ray, I'm not talking about the division. Already given division 12 above. Okay. I want you count symbols. How many symbols are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So totally how many operators Java supports? 40 operators. Shall we try to write all these operators without looking into the screen? Are ready to help me? Ready to help me? You have to help. It's a challenge. It's a challenge to all. Okay. It's a challenge to all. I will try to make it simple to you. Okay. I will make you simple understanding, easy manner to understand. You can simple way you can easily understand. Remember, we have 64 reserved words, 51 keywords, 10 reserved keywords, 3 literals, Totally 64 reserved words we have discussed and we remember just like that. 40 operators after all we can easily remember. Okay, let us try to list out all operators available in Java. Okay, are you ready to help me? How many operators are available in Java? Java supports 40 operators. How many operators support Java? 40 operators. Among 40 operators, how many operators are available up to Java 7 version? 39 operators. What is the new operator introduced in Java 8 version? Lambda operator. So now let us try to list out all operators and their category. Now tell me now. So first of all, you need to remember all operators divided into how many categories? Operators are divided into 12 categories. Okay. So the first operator always I want you to remember assignment operator. Okay. Then second, you must always remember in proper order. If you remember in order, proper order, if you follow, it's easy for you to remember, right? Okay. Using operator, what we can perform? Validations and calculations. To perform validations and calculations, first of all, you must store value. Na? So that's why you must follow an order. First, storing value operator, that is assignment operator. After storing values, what I need to do? Perform calculations. Calculation operators, what are they? Arithmetic operators. Okay. Third operator is what? Still calculation. Calculation operators are there. What are they? Increment and decrement operators. Increment and decrement operators. Fourth category operators are what? After increment, decrement and arithmetic operations completed, now the values are ready. These values are valid or not valid, I wanted to verify, right? So further, relational operator. Okay. In a relational operator, okay, we also have some more relational. What is that? Equality, not equal. So these relational operators are only knowing lesser or greater. I want some other category and relation that is called equality operator. Okay, equality operators. These equality operators will find the given values are exactly equal or not. Then sometimes these relational operators and equality operators, I need to combine. Already in the first example you have taken A greater than 0, B greater than 0. Two conditions I want to combine. Two conditions concatenation operator that is called logical operators. Okay, logical operators. The next we need to do all these calculations at a bit level. Okay, for that purpose we have bitwise operators. Bitwise operators. Also we have shift operators. Okay, shift operators. It is not a swift operator, shift operators. Okay, bits are shifting left side, right side. And then next category is what? Ternary operators. Okay, ternary operators. Then next compound assignment operators. Then next operator is what? Object creation operators. Object creation operators. And then last Java 8 feature operator, lambda operator. So these are the 12 category operators we have. Under these 12 categories, how many operators are there we need to know, and what is that operator we should know. Okay, right. So now under assignment operator, we have only one operator, that is assignment. Next, under arithmetic operator, we have 5 operators. They are plus, minus, into, division, modulo. Okay, right. And the next, under increment and decrement operators, we have 2 operators. What are they? Plus, plus, minus, minus. Okay. And next, under relational operators, we have 5 operators. What are they? Less than, greater than, less than or equals to, greater than or equals to, and instance of. Instance of is a keyword. Actually, instance of is a keyword, but it is acting as an operator. Like new keyword, instance of is also operator. It is also called as object type checking operator. Then next category operators are what? Equality operators. How many equality operators are there? 2. What are they? Double equal to and not equal to. And next category operators are what? Logical operators. How many logical operators are there? 3 logical operators. What are they? double N, double R, and not. Okay, next. Under bitwise operators, how many are there? 4. What the 4? Single N, single R, cap, and tilde. So what we call this cap as bitwise exclusive OR, and tilde is called bitwise complement operator. Okay, right. Next. Next, shift operators, how many are there? 3. What they? Left shift, right shift, double right shift. And the next, ternary operators, how many are there? Operator is 1, but symbols are 2. Ternary operator, 2 symbols are there, question mark and colon. And the next, compound assignment operator. How many compound assignment operators are there? 11 compound assignments operators are there. What are they? Sir, how can I remember 11? Simple. 11 compound assignment operators are calculation based operators. What are the calculation based operators? Arithmetic operators are calculation based. Bitwise operators are calculation based. Shift operators are calculation based. Count 5 arithmetic operators. 3 bitwise operators. Till will not be comes under compound assignment. Why it will not come, I will tell you later. And then 3 shift operators. Totally 11. What are they? Plus equal to, minus equal to, into equal to, division equal to, modulo equal to. Then following by single and equal to, single R equal to, single cap equal to. And the next, left shift equal to, right shift equal to, double right shift equal to. Okay, these are the total 11 compound assignment operators we have. Okay, then next, object creation operator, only one. Object creation operator 1. What is that? New. New is a keyword acting as an operator. Very important. New is a keyword. That's why I'm taking blue color. Acting as a operator. Then next, lambda operator. Lambda operator is 1, that is arrow. Okay. So these are the total 12 categories are there. These 12 categories are changing from faculty to faculty, textbook to textbook, block to block. Okay, and these are the number, and the number of operators and the operators will not be changed. Okay, only name will be changed, but number of operators will not be changed. These category names will be changed, but number of operators and the number count will not be changed. So totally how many operators are there? 40 operators. So you have to remember all these operators. See, it's very easy. Only thing is you have to take decision to remember. That's it. I should remember means you will remember. If you say, oh my God, these many are there, how can I remember? When Hare Krishna remember, why you cannot remember? So small checking, small typing mistake here. Object type checking operator. It's not object checking, object type checking operator, typing mistake. Okay, if you decided to remember, you can remember. So I hope you can understand. You can easily remember. Okay, there is a small confusion. What the small confusion? Some of the symbols also considered as operators by some people. That is what? Dot as an operator, array creation, bracket as an operator. And next, from Java 5 onwards, we are using diamond symbol for generics creation, generic parameter. People are considering it is also operator. From Java 8 version onwards, we have, okay, now double colon. Double colon is given. People are also considering double colon also as a operator. So as per Sun Micro system, they have given under separators list. Okay, then there may be a small confusion or fighting, right? So an instance of and new are given under keywords, but you consider as an operator. Same way, even though they are given under separators, we will consider as a operators, means no problem. Okay, no problem. If you want to consider no problem. But the confusion here is what? How many operators are there? If anybody asks, I should answer 40 or 44. That is my confusion. So I am expressing my confusion. Okay, so now you decide based on the interviewer, you try to talk how many operators are there. 100% no interviewer asks the question how many operators are there, but if you know this confusion, you can better answer. Okay, right, let me show you quickly the proofs also, right? uh, you can also search in the Google also, no problem. In Google also you can search, not in the system. You can go there, Java 15 specification, Java 15 specification, click on it. Now you will come here. You can open Java SE 15 in PDF format or HTML format, your wish, opening the PDF format. Let me download it, okay? Because anyways not there in my system, let me download. It will take very less time. Go to E drive. I'm saving in my system. You also download and save, okay? It's very important, once a version is released, downloading and reading the document is very important. Go to what you call lexical structure, okay, and go to separators. Under separators, you can see dot, square bracket, and double colon. These are comes under what? Separators. And the next comes to operators. Under operators, you have these are the operators. So there is no new keyword. There is no instance of. They are given under keywords section. Okay, where is that keyword section? Here under keyword section, they're given instance of and new keyword. Where find out? Yeah, new keyword. Okay, right. So these are the things you need to remember. So how you wanted to fight with other people, that's up to you. So just I given complete information. These are the operators list, and some of the operators are keywords and remaining operators are symbols. There are some of the separators are there people are considering as operators. This is the full clarity. Now, this is a very important topic about operators, following by, if I prepare one expression, how this expression is executed. Okay, by using these operators, I am preparing one expression. How the expression is evaluated also you should know. Now look at here. There is a concept called operator precedence. Next topic is operator precedence and associativity. Okay, operator precedence and associativity. Then what is the meaning of operator precedence? The order of operators execution in an expression is called operator precedence. Okay, for example, I am preparing an expression with several combination of operators. Then which operator first should execute? Which operator first execute? And which operator next execute? Okay, this is decided by this precedent. This is okay. This order is decided by operator precedence. Okay, now we have a table for that. We should know the table. Okay. Next point. What is the meaning of associativity? Operator execution direction. Okay, operator execution direction is called operator associativity. Okay, left to right. Some of the operators are executed left to right in the expression. Some of the operators are executed right to left in the expression. For example, you know very well, I'm taking int a equal to 10. Now tell me now, this assignment operator is executed which direction? Left to right or right to left? This is an expression. This is right side. This is a left side. Which direction it executed? Right to left executed. So this is called associativity. Next, I am taking Another operator char ch equal to char of a I have written. Then tell me, here I have used an expression. Now tell me which direction it is executed, right to left or left to right. Okay, cast operator also executed left to right. So we have only two operators are executed right to left. Okay, those operators are number one, assignment, number two, casting, or simply say cast. Now you may ask question, sir, cast operator you didn't include now, sir. How can I say cast is an operator? This bracket is with data type is considered as a operator because it's performing conversion operation. Okay, assignment and cast operators, two operators are executed right to left. Now tell me, we should also include round brackets with the data type. We should also include under the operators below. Totally how many operators came now? 45 operators. Okay, as per pronunciation we got totally 45 operators we got, but as per the Sun Micro system documents we have only 40 operators, but as per the programming pronunciation some of the separators also we are using as a operators in the pronunciation, totally 45. So don't confuse. Then come to the story now. Remaining all operators are executed left to right. Okay, na? Remaining all 39 operators are executed left to right. What the meaning of it? For example, if I take int a equal to 10 plus 20 minus 10 plus 20 minus 30 into 40 by 50. So if you write some statement, big statement like this, then plus operator executed, minus operator executed, into operator executed, division operator executed, all are executed, this expression executed, which direction? Left to right direction. And final result is stored in a right to left direction. All are catching my point? Right, this is the basic idea you need to understand under operator associativity. So which operators are executed in which direction, you should have clarity. Can I hope you got clarity? Now let us try to see operator precedence. Operator precedence is having a big table. Okay, let me show you the table. You can directly remember it. And we will use this table in the calculation operations. Okay, while using operators, we are going to follow this table. Okay, so this is the operator associativity, which direction executed. This entire expression executed left to right. Final result, cast operator, assignment operator executed right to left. Okay, the next observe. Okay, I will explain this evaluation later. Now look at here. Operator precedence, operators and precedence. Just observe, you can understand yourself, no need to much explain. Which operator first executed? In an expression, always unary operators are executed first. Okay, in an expression, always unary operators are first executed. Postfix, prefix, unary. Expression plus plus, expression minus minus, plus plus expression, plus minus minus expression, plus expression, minus expression, okay, negation or tilde, not, new. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All these 7 unary operators are executed first in an expression. After that, now we have arithmetic operators. How many? 5. Among the 5 arithmetic operators, first multiplicative operators are executed. If I prepare an expression, first multiplicative operators are executed, and then remaining additive operators are executed. Are you catching my point? For example, here, if you take an expression with 10 plus 20 by 5 minus 2 into 3 by 4 below. Here, first compiler JVM searching for what? Multiplicative operators. What the multiplicative operators? Division, into, okay, first they are executed, and again division. Look at that, from left to right it is searching any division. Yes, 20 by 5, 4, and then searching. Now in this expression searching any more multiplicative. Yes, 2 into 3, 6, and next in this expression any multiplicative operators. Yes, division, 6 by 2, totally 3. So first all multiplicative operators evaluation is completed. Then it is going forward additive operators. Okay, what are the additive operators? Plus or minus. Tell me, first plus executed or minus executed, or whichever coming that is executed. Whichever coming first that is executed. There is no priority for plus and minus. There is no priority between into, division, modulo. Whichever operator is coming first, that operator is executed. Okay. Now let's see now. Now here I'm going to write 10 plus 4. First 10 plus 4 plus came. 10 plus 4 14. The next minus came. 14 minus 3 11. The next plus came. 11 plus 4 total result is coming 15. Already catching my point? Right. If you prepare an expression with a different combination of operators, first all unary operators are evaluated. After unary operators evaluation completed, then multiplicative operators and then additive operators are executed. After these two operators execution completed, then shift operators will be executed. If you use in an expression, first if you use right shift, for example, A, right shift of B, and then left shift of C, and then right shift of D, something like this. If you write like this, then what happened? First right shift is executed, then left shift is executed, then again right shift is executed. Are you following? So shift operators are executed in the order they have used in the expression from left to right, not in the order we specified here. So the operators mentioned in the one row, they have the equal priority. In which order in expression they are appearing, in that order they will be executed. The next, after multiplicative additive shift operators completed, then JVM will execute relational operators. Okay, less than, greater than, less than or equals to, greater than or equals to, and instance of operator. Okay, after relational operators evaluation completed, then equality operators will come into picture. I hope you understand now why I have separated relational operators and equality operators as a two divisions, because to easily remember this operator precedence. Okay, so now tell me, try. First unary operators, then multiplicative, then additive, then shift operators, and then relational operators, equality operators, following by, look at there, bitwise operators. How many bitwise operators we have? 4 bitwise operators. In that already bitwise complement operator execute, that is a unary operator. Remaining 3 are not having same equal priority. 3 are having 3 separate priority. Now look at there, single and first executed. After single and cap executed. After cap or executed. Single and cap or. Single means bitwise and bitwise exclusive or bitwise inclusive or executed. Is it clear my point? Now, so repeat once again. What is the order executed? Let us try. Come on. Try to think. I'm expecting you also to tell. Only if I am telling, I will become expert. Now first, what is executed? Unary operators. All 7 unary operators are executed. And then after, arithmetic operators multiplicative, and the next arithmetic operator additive, and the next shift operators, and then relational operators, and then equality operators, and then bitwise and bitwise exclusive or bitwise inclusive or cap and singular. Okay na? Right? You have to remember. I am remembering. You also remember. Then next. After single and singular single cap completed, logical and then logical OR. Okay, logical and logical OR executed. After the ternary operator, lambda operator, not lambda expression, lambda operator, and finally assignment operators. Totally how many assignment operators? 12. 11 compound assignment operator and single assignment operator. Can you hope you got clarity? Can you tell me last operators? Logical OR, ternary, lambda operator, last assignment and compound assignment operators. Are you ready to tell once again? If you try to remember operator precedence, indirectly 40 operators also you are remembering, right? 40 operators and their precedence easily remember. Come again. First, unary operators. I want you to tell all operators. Unary operators, plus, minus, plus, minus, tilde, not new, right? All 7 operators are first executed. Next, arithmetic operators, multiplicative, multiplication, division, modulo. Next, additive, plus, minus. Then next, shift operator, left shift, right shift, double right shift, in any order executed, in the order they are used. The next, following by relational operators, less than, less than or equals to, greater than or equals to, instance of, and then following by equality operators, double equal to, not equal to, then following by bitwise, bitwise and bitwise exclusive or cap, bitwise inclusive or, following by logical and double and, logical or double or, then following by ternary operator, question mark and colon, and last lambda operator, and then finally assignment and compound assignment operators executed. And very important point, the order we place operators from top to bottom are having order first priority to last priority. The operators we have placed in a single row are having same equal priority. In an expression, whichever operator first came, that operator executed. For example, in an expression, first division came, first division executed. Okay, in operators we placed in single row, they're executed in same priority order. Okay, na? Right. So they have in the equal priority, whichever operator first come, that operator first executed. Is it clear? So these are the points about operator precedence, associativity, and all 40 operators list. Can you hope all the people understand? Look at there, our operator syllabus completed up to 8 points. All 8 points we have completed. Can you please quickly summarize need of this chapter? In this chapter, we are learning how to perform validations and calculations as part of one business operation or as part of mathematical calculation. What is an operator? A symbol. Why an operator? To perform validation calculation. What is an operand? A value. Why an operand? To give a value as an input to an operator to execute to perform validations and calculations. What is an expression? Operator and operand combination is called expression. Why an expression? Expression is used for performing an operation required validations calculations. What are the different things we can pass as an operand? We can pass 4 things as an operand to an operator: literal, variable, non-void method call, and an expression. Types of operators based on functionality and based on operands. Based on functionality, operators are divided into 3 types: assignment operator, validation operator, calculation operator. Based on operands, operators are divided into 3 types: unary operators, binary operators, ternary operators. An operator that takes only one operand is called unary operator. For example, plus plus a. Here plus plus is a unary operator taking only one operand. An operator that takes 2 operands is called binary operator. Plus a plus b, a minus b, a into b are called binary operators. An operator that takes 3 operands is called ternary operator. What the ternary operator? Question mark and colon. It is also called conditional operator. How many operators Java supports? Java supports 40 operators. And how many groups these 40 operators are divided into? 12 groups. The group number 12, that group number is changing from faculty to faculty, textbook to textbook, and also block to block. Next, what is the new operator given in Java 8? Lambda operator arrow, that is hyphen and greater than symbol. What is the operator precedence and associativity table? Operator precedence means the order of operators execution in an expression. Associativity means the direction of the operator execution. Okay, out of 40 operators, only 2 operators are executed right to left, that is assignment and cast operator. Remaining all operators are executed from left to right. Next, left to right execution time. In an expression, we can contain multiple operators. Which operator first executed decided by operator precedence. Can you tell me operator precedence table once again? Oh, happily we can tell. First, always unary operators are executed, following by arithmetic multiplicative operator into division modulo, arithmetic additive operators plus or minus, shift operators left shift, right shift, and double right shift, relational operators less than or equals to, greater than or equals to instance of operator, then equality operator double equal to, not equal to, and then bitwise and bitwise cap, bitwise OR operators are executed. Then logical and logical OR are executed. Then ternary operator, lambda operator, and finally assignment and compound assignment operators are executed. Okay, so this is the 8 points if you remember, then we can start programming on each operator and their rules, how to use in the project we will learn. Okay, na? So I'm requesting you all, first of all, you have to by heart all these operator precedence table, 40 operators and the confusion 5 operators, and then precedence table if you by heart, then we can start working with program in the same order. 12 categories order we are going to learn. Okay, na? Fine. So while discussing about each operator, I will also explain interview OCA related questions. Generally, operators will not comes under OCP. Okay, some of the questions may also comes in OCP. That's why I included OCA OCP questions. So tomorrow onwards, we'll start working on programs. Is it clear?